Hello there guys, welcome back to Younes Talks Football. Welcome back to a brand new video. I hope all of you are doing well today as we dive into... Today's a briefing day. It's a briefing day, ladies and gentlemen. We've been bombarded with information all within the same time frame. So it means it's a brief, and it means we're going to have to dive in and cut it all open and see what's happened. But before we get into all of that, couple of things. Well, no, just the one thing. Don't forget, Reddit is back up and running. Brand new Younes Talks Football page is up and running. Link in the description. Head over there, follow the page, post what you want to post, keep it relevant and keep it clean. If not, it will be removed, right? Not having any of that. But if you want to be in chance with being in the video, your post being shown, if it's one of the highly rated posts, give yourself a chance. Make sure you're posting. Link in the description. Head over there. It seems like there's already been some good traction on there, so make sure you keep it coming. It will be a weekly thing where we do the Reddit videos. Make sure you guys are there, and I look forward to seeing what all of you have to post. Now, let's get up and running with... This is kind of like... I think I've got like 8 pieces of information here, but they're all linked. Because like I said, it was a brief. One after the other, after the other, after the other, after the other. We got 8 pieces of information, which is all kind of, some of them are nearly the same thing, but all related, all linked. So let's get into it. Here's the latest. Starting off with the overall look on things with Chelsea's loan players. This is today's story. Let's get into it. So Chelsea are confident they can sell many of their current loan players because they have benefited from playing elsewhere, apart from Andre Santos, who is staying. I want to remember that. Yeah? I want us to remember that. I want us to remember that because I don't trust the club to make the right decision. So, bookmark that. Yeah? We've been told today, right? What's the date? The 23rd of March, right? We've been told Santos is staying. Okay. Santos is staying from the summer onwards. Okay. Just in case something happens in the summer, right, and he ends up getting sold, I want us to know that we've been told that he's staying, right? So, I hope he's staying because Santos has been killing it in France, killing it for Strasbourg, has been very, very good. Logically, the next level up for him would be to get into the first team or to at least compete to be in the first team. So, let's see what happens. So, there's that. But look, we've not even gotten started, yeah? So, let's get into it. Here is more from Simon Johnson. Saying, Chelsea sources have revealed the club intend to do the majority of their ins and outs by the end of June, including a striker and right-footed winger. Chelsea have been working on these deals for months. There's a little bit of a, what's the word? Not a paradox. Paradox is not the word I'm looking for. What's the word? You guys are going to let me know in the comments now, and I know I'm going to hear it. I'm going to be like, oh yeah. You know a word where you say something, but the opposite has happened, but you've referenced that, even though it's not the direct outcome. What is that called? It's on the tip of my tongue. But anyway, you get what I mean. Look, we have... Is it a paradox? Am I overthinking it? Is it a paradox? Look, it says we want to do all the ins and outs by the end of June, right? We want all the majority of our business done by then. But at the same time, we've also said that Chelsea have been working on a deal for a striker and a right-footed winger for months. So what assurance is that we're going to get all of our business done by June? Which is, newsflash, March, April, May, June. 3 months away. Less, technically, because, well, yeah, okay, let's give the benefit of the doubt. 3 months exactly is the end of June, as it's been quoted here. I don't think that's going to happen. Personally, we were told this before, weren't we? We were told this, was it last summer or was it the summer before? I've lost track because of how many transfer windows we've gone through. But there was one where we were told we would get things done early, and by deadline day, things weren't resolved. Right? I wouldn't be surprised. So let's wait and see. Like I said, we're going to keep it moving one to the other because they're all linked. Here's the next one. Fabrizio Romano this time. As I've said, all at the same time, this all came out. Proof that a brief is in store. Saying Chelsea are there for Dean Huijsen. They've got an excellent relationship with people close to Huijsen. Liverpool have made some contact. Bayern appreciate him, and also Real Madrid, but they are yet to decide if they want a centre-back. Now, you know what? I'm not going to fault this one too hard, because I do think that he's a decent centre-back for what he's shown at Bournemouth, for what he has done. So far, so good. You know what it is? And again, I'm not mudding him, because he might actually turn out to be a really good centre-back, which is why I'm not saying this would be a bad deal. I'm not saying that. Because, as I've said, so far, so good. But it's the same crop and it's the same experiment that we're going down here. It's another just turned 19-year-old who, to be honest, hasn't done much in Italy or in England. Barely had a chance at Juventus, right? Played a few games there, played a few games at Roma, played a few games at Bournemouth. That's it. That's all we know of him, realistically. We've got no long-term information on this guy. But up until now, in the short term, yeah, it's been good. I think he's been really impressive for Bournemouth. Really impressive. But who's to say he'll maintain that? And to be honest, what I'm concerned with. What I'm concerned with is not the quality of the players that we are targeting. It's the environment that we're going to bring them into, and the environment that's going to stop them from developing. Because we're talking about developing. These guys are going to get stopped from developing up until we address the elephant in the room. If you had heard John Terry just 2 days ago, when he spoke to Chelsea social media, right? Not Chelsea TV, because Chelsea TV doesn't exist anymore. And he had to give his all-time back four, his all-time Chelsea back four, right? And he didn't include himself in that. He should have, but humble of him to not do that. He put Ashley Cole at left back. He put Azpilicueta at right back, even though he mentioned how important Ferreira and Ivanovic were, but he put Aspi at right back. And the centre backs, he said that he's not going to include all the guys that he played with because it's hard to pick between all of them, so he doesn't want to discriminate. So he didn't pick Carvalho, didn't pick Gallas, didn't pick Gary Cahill. Those were the three that were mentioned. Who he did pick was Marcel Desailly, the guy before him. And why did he do that? Because he said, when I first came into Chelsea, Marcel Desailly was the one who showed me, mentored me, taught me. I learned so much from him in terms of what it meant to play in that position for a club like Chelsea that was trying to grow. Basically, everything he picked up came from Desailly. That's how a young player develops into the next best thing. When he has an example to lead from, not something that he just has to figure out for himself. All these young players that Chelsea have to figure out for themselves. So we get this defender in, probably end up stagnating just like everyone else. And the proof is in the pudding, because what I'm about to mention going forward is players like this guy who I'm about to mention, who are now leaving, even though when we brought him in, he was meant to be the next best thing. So here it is. Fabrizio saying Chelsea's idea is to sell Axel Disasi this summer. It's over for him at the club. Was it not these guys that got him in the first place, though, not long ago? A year and a half ago, we got this guy in. We bought him. We bought this guy a year and a half ago. And now we're selling him. What does that tell you? But some people will say, oh, but he's not good enough. Yeah, but he was never good enough. What are we doing? This is what happens when you don't go after top class. Players with a level. Up until we address that, you're sabotaging the young players. Up until we actually get that sort of quality in, you are killing the young players. You're not helping them. People want to talk about youth and development. No, you're not developing them. You're not helping them. You're not caring about them. If you cared about them, you'd get players in with levels to help show them. And then expect them to carry the torch and take the baton when it's their time to do so. But they would have done so without so much pressure and with mentors to learn from in the moment on the pitch. We constantly have to mention this each video. I'm tired. This guy, right? This guy is separate from everything that I've mentioned, right? This guy, I don't actually... Okay, let's address it. Let's get into it. So Raheem Sterling will return to Chelsea in the summer. Arsenal are not going to sign the player on a permanent transfer. Chelsea's intention is to sell the player and find him a new club. Firstly, can I just say, Arsenal, you are messing up here big time. Yeah, you are messing up. You know, you are missing out on the transfer of a lifetime here, lads. What are you doing? You know, I thought you guys were smart. You know, I thought your project was working. You know, you got in such a tremendous player in Raheem Sterling, and you guys don't want to keep him? Are you suicidal or something? What is wrong with you guys? You know, you're making the biggest mistake of your lives here. You should absolutely, you know, reconsider your life decisions and reevaluate your choices here. And you should really, really pay attention to what you are about to let go of here, because what you are doing is you are handing such quality, right back to a direct rival in Chelsea, right? When you've got the keys in your hands, you know, open the door. You don't want to open the door, open it. Look what you will find. You will find the greatness. Flipping sign the player, man. What's wrong with you lot? Flipping hell, man. Send them back to us. What's that about? Buy him, man. Yeah, you guys are messing up big time. Look, you know what's funny? Raheem Sterling was the first signing under this new ownership. Now, I can actually cut some slack on that one, a bit. And I can say, you know what? Maybe when these owners showed up, they really had no idea what they were doing. They just got to Raheem Sterling, right? But the thing is, Raheem Sterling has actually served quite a bit of time at Chelsea now, and we're looking to sell him. That's not uncommon. That's not uncommon. And he's done some mileage in a Chelsea shirt. So he's going to be sold now. He's going to be sold, fair enough. I have no problem with that one, to be honest. It is what it is. But it just sums everything up. The Sterling is the sort of guy that we're getting rid of now. So, yeah, that's that. That's that. We'll see where he ends up. Does anyone want him? You have a fantastic chance to do a great deal here, lads. All the clubs. A message to all football clubs on planet Earth. You have an opportunity. Yeah? Do you want the same key that Arsenal have in their hands right now that they don't want to open the door with? Come and open the door. Open the door, lads. Open the door, please. Anyway, that's the only one I would truly advocate for and go, you know what? Yeah, let's just sell it. There's more. I'm told it's over between Ben Chilwell and Chelsea. So he will be sold in the summer, says Fabrizio Romano. So that's another one out the door. That's Ben Chilwell. There's more. This is how you know the club were briefing like hell this evening. Chelsea have big respect for Armando Broja, coming from the academy, a good talent, but Chelsea do not believe he can be an important part of the squad in the future. I expect him to be on the market, says Fabrizio Romano. Another one, like DJ Khaled. Another one. Do you want another one? People, do you want another one? Have another one. Kepa is out of the Chelsea project and Bournemouth could be open to keeping him. He will leave Chelsea, says Fabrizio Romano. Another one. Everyone's getting sold. Tell everybody. Well, it turns out we've actually got a list, and it was actually a Chelsea French page that had the audacity to actually compile all of this, unlike no other pages did so. But when you actually go back and you look at all the briefs of this evening, and you collate all the names that have been mentioned, you do actually get this list from Simon Johnson. Here you go. Here it is in its entirety. Thanks to Chelsea FR, as they say in France. With the exception of Andre Santos, Chelsea want to get rid of loads of players. And here they are, in its entirety. Sterling, Chilwell, Felix, Nkunku, Disasi, Kepa, Broja, Chukwuemeka, Vega, Fofana, Dewsbury Hall, Badiashile. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of those players were under this new ownership. Sterling, Felix, reintroduced. I've not counted Nkunku. Technically, it was this ownership that got the deal done, but it was Marina who'd started the initial conversation with Leipzig. The deal was done under Blue Co. So I don't really know whether to count that or not. But anyway, I've not counted him. So Sterling, Felix, Disasi, Chukwuemeka, Vega, Fofana, Dewsbury Hall, and Badiashile. All players from this ownership that we're now getting rid of. For me, that just doesn't make any sense. To be moving about that many players at the same time. People will say, yeah, profit. Like I said yesterday, I'd rather go and get quality that we want to keep and done and stick with them. But it's got to be quality, not experiments. We're experimenting. This is what you get when you experiment. This is what you get. At the same time, I have to also question the data. The data told us to buy all of these, didn't it? That's what we've been told. It turns out the data's been wrong on 8 players here. What's up with the data? You got to amend those AI models, lads. Those AI models are not AIing right now. ChatGPT has more accuracy than you lot. What's going on? So that's that. That concludes tonight's briefings out of Chelsea Football Club. Let me know your thoughts down below. And like I've said, Reddit video is going to be coming very soon. That's going to be fun, right? We're going to align everything with the new content that's also coming to the channel, so keep your eyes peeled. I'm going to try and structure everything on a weekly basis so you know exactly what you're getting every day of the week. And we will get to that very, very soon. So thank you all so much for watching. Subscribe, notification bell on. I will see all of you tomorrow. Have a good one. Look after yourselves. Take care. And peace.